meter per second in each interval. Okay, in practically it is not possible to travel with the same speed because we are having, so we know that our road conditions, so we sometimes we have some road humps, so it need to be slow down. Okay, that's why, so we will not move in that uniform motion all the time. dt. So the rate of change of velocity with respect to time, that will gives you that acceleration.